Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Acha Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling wealth. Okay? Salutations, peace, and blessings to the hopeful elect. Okay? Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. Quick, lesson before camp. Alright? You know, it was in my spirit, you know, you gotta use that technology, and that AI demon is very resourceful, okay? And that AI demon is intelligence in the left hand, okay? And it's been induced with the spirit of Amalek in a sense, you know? So I went straight to AI, and as you can see on the screen, that is basically the question that I asked AI, because what's in my mind is really, how will the implementation of the MOTB happen, or what will cause it? Okay, and I know that we'll see it. You know, there's no point of trying to figure out how if this is gonna happen or this is gonna happen. But I wanted to see how AI, what AI had to say about it. Okay, so I went and I asked, what circumstances would enable the wicked elites to establish a new world totalitarian global system / government, where liquid currency, so cash, money, okay, is rendered obsolete, where you don't, you know, your cash, your money is no longer useful, okay? And I said, where humanity is forced by decree to have a microchip implanted on their person, okay? Without the microchip, people will be unable to buy or sell. Furthermore, those who refuse to submit to the new norm would face the death penalty. Okay, so I asked AI what that demon. I asked the demon what he had to say about that. Okay, and this is, I basically copy pasted what they said, because, you know, Wi-Fi. But anyways, it says here, the scenario you describes outline a dystopian future characterized by extreme totalitarian control. Okay, so let's bring out a precept pertaining to that extreme totalitarian control, and why would that scenario come to pass? We know that this kingdom is numbered. Okay, the days of this kingdom is numbered. All right, the wicked elites, they also know it, so they will, with great force, with great wrath, implement that new system, because they believe that through the system they can prolong their reign. Okay, so it says here in Revelation 12 and 17, no, not 17, Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, the so-called white man, okay, the physical counterpart of Satan, okay, which biblical nationality goes back to Esau, Edom, okay? And it says here, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, okay, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. A short time for what? A short time to rule. He knows that his days are numbered. He knows that Yahweh Shai will return eventually and cast him down from rulership. Okay, so he believes that by microchipping everyone, he will retain authority on the earth. He will retain power in the society. Okay, so going back to what AI had to say, while seemingly far-fetched, so they say it's seemingly far-fetched. They don't see, you know, they always try to add a little deception to the truth. Okay, they always have to add the deception. Far-fetched, it's not far-fetched. This is how the if you have eyes to see, okay, you understand that this is the way that the world is moving. Okay, you check the news, you have Google Synchron working towards new technology to link man and the machine, not ICBM, but computer chip interface. Okay, computer brain interface, so CBI, okay, to be able to interact, to have a social, not social, but have a internet footprint. But now it's really you in the internet, okay, mixing the technology with mankind. Okay, but anyways, it says here, while seemingly far-fetched, exploring the circumstances that could potentially lead to such a reality involves considering several complex and interconnected factors. So a lot of things have to come have to be set in place for all this to come to pass, because we know that Isa Edom, he truly wishes to bring order out of chaos. So a lot of things have to happen at the same time. A lot of dominoes have to fall in place, okay, for him to actually push that need to implement the mark of the beast. Okay, right? Because again, the mark of the beast, the microchip, is here. It's not a new technology. It's not like they have to create it. No, it's here. In Sweden, the cash is basically obsolete. The majority of the population in Sweden is already chipped. Okay, they already have the microchip. Okay, they're already walking around with the mark of the beast, and they're slowly but surely creeping this thing all over the world. Okay, we see how the countries are setting up CBDCs. Okay, central digital bank control. Okay, you see, they're trying to implement a way that they can set up that system. Everything is in order so that system can be put in place. Okay, so it says here, the first thing is global crisis and breakdown of existing systems. So there has to be a fall of government. There has to be uprising. There has to be uproar. People, something has to be done that people seek for answers. Okay, and the government is gonna come with the microchip as an answer for their solution. Okay, it says here, catastrophic global event, a worldwide pandemic. Okay, so and what they say, the new one is really gonna get our attention. I believe Carl Schwab said that, or Carl Schwab's mentioned the cyber attack. Okay, a cyber attack, and now they're saying pandemic, far more devastating than anything seen before, a major environmental collapse, a global economic meltdown. We're seeing that, how the dollar, the power of the dollar is slowly but surely crumbling. Okay, the system, the world's nations doing away with the dollar. Okay, trading within their own currency. So all these things are gonna come to pass. We're seeing it in our face. So it's not far-fetched. Okay, because AI is saying that it's far-fetched, but everything that it's saying is happening in our eyes, man, in front of our face. Okay, it says here, global economic meltdown or a large-scale war. A large-scale war. Doesn't it speak of a third war? World War III will begin. Okay, we're again slowly but surely setting up the stage for World War III. Okay, and the main actors in that conflict will be Russia, the United States, and Israel. Okay, and all the allies that are gonna turn their backs from America and end up pressing the button, man. Okay, so it says here, such events would lead to a widespread fear, okay, desperation, and a loss of faith in the current institution. Okay, so all these things happening at the same time. Okay, the insecurity. Okay, the surety of uncertainty. Okay, the surety of uncertainty. Okay, that's gonna lead people to seek for new answers, for a new hope. Okay, and that's when Isa Edom is gonna come and give them, like a baby seeking for sweets. He's gonna give them the MOTB, man. Okay, he's gonna give them the mark of the beast, and the people will willingly submit to it. They will will at first. Okay, a lot of people will see it as salvation, and they'll take it. Okay. Another thing, I'm gonna jump a few things. It says here, 2 is technological advancement and control. Okay. Ambiguous surveillance technology. Let me see. No, I'm gonna skip that one. Go here. Centralized. It's like a centralized digital currency. The transition to a fully digital currency controlled by a global authority would give the entity unprecedented power, and that's exactly what Isa Edom wants. He wants to be God on earth. Okay, with that power, with that control, he's gonna be able to. You won't be able to buy or sell. Okay, he's gonna. If you don't comply, he can shut you out from the society. Make you excommunicate you from society, which will lead people to behave. Okay, Isa Edom is gonna come with a lot of with a great push, with that great wrath, man. Okay, because he has a God complex. Okay, and with that God complex, he's gonna push him to become tyrannical, right? You see. So that would give that entity unprecedented power over all financial transaction. Over all financial transaction. Isa Edom wants to know what you're spending your money on. Okay? You see? He wants to know if you're gonna if you're spending on this, if you're spending on things that are beneficial for you, and he doesn't like that. Okay, he'll put a limit to how much you can spend. Okay? He'll put a time limit to your currency. If you don't spend it by this time, it's gonna vanish. So you won't be able to save. You won't be able to come up in that system. You see, that's total oppression. Okay. So it says here, this would allow for the tracking. Here we go. This would allow for the tracking of every purchase and sale, and the ability to cut off individuals or groups who do not comply with the regime dictated. Just as I mentioned, it looks like AI and I are on the same page, man. Okay, it looks like AI is also prophesying. You see, so that's why it's important to ask these kind of questions, because Isa Edom, he also has he's connected to the Lord through the left hand. Okay, and again, Isa Edom's plans and intentions come from the Most High. So going through it, and it says that his mouth shall fall upon him. His own technology is exposing him, telling us basically the scenarios that could lead to the MOTB being implemented. And again, these things are happening before our face as we speak in modern day. Okay, you check the news and you can hear about these things, man. It's not a thing that's in the future. No, it's something that will happen in our time, man. Okay, the return of Yahweh Shai is nearer than we believe, man. Okay, it says here mandatory microchipping. Okay, this is another thing. Okay, as it says, let me bring that out in Revelation 13, and it says here, I'll start at 15, Revelation 13 and 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Okay, that the image to both speak. So the image of the beast is the new system. Okay, that system that they want to implement, the newly revived Roman Empire, through the technocracy. Okay, to a system that is based off technology. Okay, and it would speak according to their laws and decrees. Okay, and cause it that many. And cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so they're gonna put it in their decrees, in their laws, that if you don't submit to taking the microchip, you're gonna be put to death. You're gonna receive the death penalty. Okay, you see, and he caused it all. Okay, all. Okay, not just a few, not just the rich, not just they want everyone, the poor, the rich, the people that are in jail. Okay, you could be. Your favorite movie star, and everyone. They want everyone to be a part of that system. Okay, so he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. Again, the fact that you can't buy or sell means that it's the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is related to the is related to the economy. That is proof. Okay, because if you can't buy or sell, okay, it has to be physical. Okay, it has to be related to the new world order, to the new system that they're putting in place. It has to be related to the economy. Okay, so and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so that is the vision that Isa Edom has for the system, for the future that he has in his kingdom, which would be short-lived. Okay, and it says, while technologically feasible, the widespread forced implementation of microchips would require a significant erosion of personal autonomy and privacy rights. So again, there's going to be events, circumstances which will lead people to denounce their rights. Okay, just for to partake in that solution which Isa Edom will give them, which is the microchip. Okay, people will be willing to forfeit their rights, man. Okay, just so they can eat, just so they can have a roof over their heads, just so they can just so things can go back to normal. Okay, they will renounce their human rights, man. Okay, this could be framed as a necessary this could be framed as necessary for security, public health, or economic stability during a period of crisis. All right. So during all the hell that is being pushed again, the time of Jacob's trouble is as a time as never was in the whole humanity, in the whole time of humanity. Okay, in the whole time like never before seen in human history. Okay, famine, wars, pestilence, cannibalism. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be a time like never before. Worse than World War I, World War II. Worse than the flood. Okay, worse than slavery. Okay, this is the times that we're coming into, where the love of many is gonna wax cold, man. Okay, and the people are gonna be, because they're weak and they have no hope, and their trust is in Egypt. Okay, they're gonna run to Esau Edom and line up and roll up their sleeves so they can get chipped. Okay, so that they can receive a part of the blessing with Esau Edom, which will eventually lead them to become enemies of the Most High and end up being destroyed when Yahushua returns. Okay, so it says here. It says here manipulation. Okay, it says here sophisticated propaganda and manipulation. The people are gonna be deceived, man. The people are gonna be deceived, but because of all the circumstances that are happening, okay, they're gonna be not only are they gonna be deceived, but they will willingly submit to this evil system. It says advanced psychological manipulation techniques and control over information. This dissemination channels could be used to shape public opinion, consent, and demonize dissenters. Okay, so again, we've seen it happen with the COVID. Okay, anyone that was against the vaccine was an extremist. Okay, was a enemy to society. Okay, was the worst thing since Hitler. for you to speak evil against the vaccine, it would classify you as a menace to society, man. Okay, because if you didn't follow popular opinion, they will class you as an outcast. They will see you as an outcast, as a threat to society. Okay, you see. So again, and that's Esau Edom playground, man. Lies and deceit. Okay, he is the deceiver of old. He was a liar from the beginning. Okay, so it's nothing for him to come, and it says advanced psychological manipulation technique and control over information. So Esau Edom, through his media, okay, through his wrath, the fact that he's gonna punish people. Okay, people are gonna witness how people are being punished. People are getting put to death because they refuse to side with this wicked system. Okay, people are gonna be deceived that they're gonna fall for it, man. Okay, you see, they're gonna be, in a sense, they're gonna be how can I say, manipulated into siding with the devil and his wicked system. Okay, and again, we know that Esau Edom is the deceiver. Okay, and just as it says advanced, Esau Edom is gonna pull all the tricks out of his bag, man, because he knows that his kingdom is at an end. He has to do it. Okay, even the demons are telling him, do it now, man. This is the time. You have to do it, man. Okay, you're running out of time. Hurry, implement the mark of the beast, man. Do it. Okay, so Esau Edom is gonna come with all his might, all his trickery, all his force. Okay, all his thirst for blood. Okay, and he's gonna do what he has to do, man, because he wants to keep that rulership, man. And again, he wants to avoid judgment, because he knows that the day that he falls, he has to face the consequences of his actions. When Yahushua returns, he knows that he has to be punished for all the evil that he has caused on the earth. Okay, the Lord said to himself, I am against the old destroying mountain that destroyed the earth. Okay, you see, so Esau Edom has to pay. Okay, and that's exactly the thing that he's trying to avoid. Okay, he's trying to run away from judgment. Okay, so it says here, suppression of dissent and elimination of opposition. So you speak bad about the mark of the beast, you speak bad about the microchip, you're gonna be put to death, man. Okay, no trial, no nothing. You listen to you're an Israelite. It doesn't matter if you have the right doctrine, as long as you have fringes on. As you watch the Israelites, you watch their videos. You like the video, they left a comment shalom. They'll know. Okay, they'll come find you and execute you. Okay, lest you take the chip, lest you deny your faith. Okay, you see, it says here. It says here, as I mentioned about the rights, freedom, it says here, erosions of civil liberties. The gradual or sudden, okay, gradual or sudden. It could be fast or it could take over time. But just as, again, with the COVID, they said, oh, you don't have to wear a mask. Okay, but it's there. Then next week it was, oh, you have to wear the mask. Oh, shit, you're not allowed to go outside. Okay? So everything worked with gradualism. Okay, and that's exactly how the devil operates. Through the sword, through lies, through deceit, and through gradualism. Okay? You see? So again, slowly but surely, he was going to start removing some of your rights. And as soon as you take that chip, don't think you have rights anymore, man. You become a product of Isa Edom. He can do whatsoever he please unto you, man. Okay? As I read before, he can take you out of he can cut you off. Okay? Without notice. Okay? So again, that brings back to that totalitarian regime. Okay, so it says here. Okay, I'll jump. Let me see. Okay, it says here the obsolete liquid currency. Rendering liquid currency obsolete will be a key step in establishing the system. So not printing money anymore, not printing money anymore, making these stores, these establishments refuse liquid cash. Okay, not accepting it. At one point they did again, because again the COVID was a big experiment for the things that Isa Edom was trying to establish in this system. It was all just a big trial run. Okay, everything was just a trial. Okay, to see how he can really establish his new world order. Okay, so he's gonna make it obsolete. Okay, what happened with the cash during the time of COVID? They said that it would transmit the illnesses, germs. So people wouldn't people wouldn't accept cash anymore. You have to do everything to credit, debit. Okay, or the microchip if you already had it. Okay. So it says here, a digital-only currency controlled by the global authority and linked to a mandatory microchipping, a mandatory microchip would give the regime complete control over individuals' ability to participate in the economy. So again, another way of saying slavery. This is a perfection of slavery. Actually, I'll take that back, because the perfection of slavery will come in the kingdom. But that is a step up to the slavery that we're in. Because even now we're slaves. Everyone paying taxes, we're slaves. Being an employee is a politically correct way of saying slave. Okay, you see. The fact that you're an employee means that you're a slave, man. Okay, you see. But now Isa Edom is going to bring it a step further, where he's really in control of all aspects of your life. Okay, all aspects of your currency. Okay, he will really control your bag, man. Okay, not only in this time. Nowadays, Isa Edom has a hand in your bag, in your pockets. Now he wants to own your pocket. Now he wants to have the pocket in his hands. People are chasing the bag now. Okay, now you got the bag, but Isa Edom, he wants to hold your bag for you, man. Okay, like a young person, like a teenager receiving an allowance. Isa Edom wants to give allowances to the whole humanity, man. Okay, he wants to be in control of everything because, like I said, he has a God complex. Okay, so it says here, I'll read that again. A digital-only currency controlled by the global authority and linked to the mandatory microchips will give the regime complete control over individuals' ability to participate in the economy Without the chip and associated digital identity and currency access, individuals would be unable to buy food, shelter, or any other necessity, effectively forcing compliance. Effectively forcing compliance. People will have to, you see, because again, if you have no hope, if your hope is in this world, you don't know Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you have no hope in anything else but this system. Okay, of course, eventually you will have to fold. If you have to pay your rent, if you have to, if your family, your family is starving, it has been 2-3 days they haven't ate. Okay, eventually you'll comply, man. You see, if you have no hope other than in this kingdom, you're gonna comply, man. Okay, Isa Edom is gonna twist your arm to the point where you're gonna break. Everyone is gonna break. Anyone that doesn't have their faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and is not of the elect, okay, they're gonna break eventually. They'll have a breaking point and they will submit to Isa Edom's oppression. Okay, and it says here the death penalty for refusal. It says here the ultimate tool of control in the scenario is the death penalty for those who refuse to be microchipped. Okay, that's gonna be the ultimate. Okay, when people start seeing heads fly, okay, blood in the streets for refusing to submit to this system, then people are gonna change their tones, because people were being put to death for refusing to get jabbed. Okay, yes, you lost your job. You might have lost your job. You might have lost access to going to the gym, going to the movies, certain facilities. You might have lost your certain privileges in the world, but they didn't put you to death. This is the step that Isa Edom is going to take, and which will lead many people to fold. Okay, and that's again, that's what's going to prove if you're of the elect or not. Okay, because it says what the elect love not their lives even unto death. Okay, they rather choose to surrender their lives for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai than to live another day in this wicked kingdom and turning their backs on the Lord. Okay, and so again, that's going to be a great tool to influence the people to take the chip, man. Okay, and again it says what we have not yet resisted unto blood. We have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin. The time will come where you will have to make a conscious decision. Either you die for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, or you take the microchip and you enjoy the short time in this kingdom. Okay, and that's when you have to have the mentality of Eliezer. Okay, it is better, because even if you save your life, you will never escape Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. That's the mentality that you have to have, man. To fear Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai more than the fear of man. Okay, I trust in the Lord. What can man do unto me? The man can only kill the flesh once. They only have the power to hurt the flesh, not the spirit. Okay, so don't fear what man can do unto you, but rather fear him that can cast the body and soul both in hell. Okay, so I'll read that again. The death penalty for refusal. The ultimate tool for control in this scenario is the death penalty for those who refuse to be microchipped or otherwise submit to the new norm. This level of extreme punishment would aim to eliminate any significant resistance and ensure total compliance through fear. It is crucial to understand that this scenario is a hypothetical extreme, but is a hypothetical, not hypothetical, because I read it in the scriptures. They say hypothetical because Isa Edom always wants to lead you astray. So even if he's telling you the truth, he still has to sprinkle it with lies. Okay, which would so now if you read that, not having the knowledge, you okay, that's a good story. I can make a movie out of it, but it will never happen. This is sci-fi. It's hypothetical. Okay, but no, we know through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, this is the intention of the Lord, to bring all these things to pass. We don't know how or when, but we know that it will happen soon. Okay, because again, all the things that are happening all around the world in the news, okay, in the technological, in the world of technology, okay, in the world of medicine, okay, in virtual reality and things of that nature, okay, we're seeing these things come to pass. It is inevitable, okay. That technocracy is inevitable. These are the things that are going to come to pass in the near future. Okay? So it says here. Yeah. So that's about it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Okay? You know, so if you if you wish to get that information, you know, you just have to go ask. I'll read the question again that I asked AI. Okay, so I asked them what circumstances would enable the wicked elites to establish a new world totalitarian global system slash government where liquid currency is rendered obsolete, where humanity is forced by decree to have a microchip implanted on their person. Without the microchip, people would be unable to buy or sell. Furthermore, those who refuse to submit to the new norm would face the death penalty. So you know, you put that into you put you know, you ask the AI, okay, that question, and I'm sure regardless of what program you use, it would give you this similar answer. Okay, so Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Okay, these are the things that we're coming to. Okay, this is the future that we're heading to. All right, it's not hypothetical, it is scriptural. Okay, you see, and those are the things that are going to happen, and that's why you have to prepare your mind to say no. Okay, even if you're to lose your family members, your loved ones, even your own life. Okay, Yahushua said, if you do not hate your own life, your family members, your family members, your friends, your ambitions in the world, and follow me, you cannot be my disciple. Okay, so you have to be against. You have to deny yourself and put on and carry your cross in order to be saved in those times, man. Okay. You have to seek the kingdom first. Okay, you will not lose. Okay, if you lose your life for Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai's sake, you will gain it again. All right. So even if we're gonna have to face these evil times, it even tells you in Daniel's 12 that Michael will stand up and protect those that are written in the book. Okay, either in life or either in death. Okay. So that being said, pray unto the Lord to help you endure unto the end. Okay? Keep fighting a good fight of faith. Until next lesson, Shalom.